So welcome to my YouTube channel. Well, I have not been to any storage auctions lately, so let's do a little metal detecting on the beach. And at the end, we'll see some of my best metal detecting finds ever. So here we are at Mission Beach, California, San Diego. Minelab Sovereign Elite, Sovereign GT. This is a beach that has a huge parking lot. There's one here and then another one across the street. So it gets a lot of people here. You can metal detect and metal detect and metal detect, and it still comes. And it'll still pop out stuff. So we're gonna give it a try here. It's been some big waves, high tides. That usually results in some stuff washing out. See how it goes. Nice wave today. This beach does get a lot of people metal detecting. It's no secret. So we'll just have to see how it goes here today. This is a very easy detector to use. Very few false signals. Get discrimination about 9 o'clock. If you get any tones at all, it's going to be something non-ferrous. Just see how it goes. Yesterday I was over there, about 300-400 yards north of here, and I found some old green coins washing out from last. Really faint signal right there. It's a nickel. That's a good thing. That's the same tone as a gold coin. Just found that 10 inches deep. That's what this thing will do for you. Another thing I want to add is that I always fill in my holes, even at the beach. When you see the sand and it's all clean and smooth, it's really beautiful. And this detector doesn't have very good discrimination or pinpointing for that matter. Doesn't matter on the beach, you just dig up anything you can find. There's a dime. And fill in the hole. Takes 10 seconds. I'm kind of higher up today. I usually go right down at the low tide in the water, or at the water's edge, where people swim. In the summer, that's where most of the good stuff is. But it's winter now, and what you're finding is these coins that are washing out of this sort of embankment. I wouldn't call this a cut. The city smooths this out, and in the winter the sand is slowly being pulled away by the larger waves, and it starts spitting out stuff that was lost months ago. So I'm kind of staying up high here, and we can go down here down to the water's edge also. This detector will work in wet salt water. There's a reason why these things cost $1,000. No false signals, good depth. This particular one has not paid for itself, I'll say that. It's a lot harder to find stuff these days than it used to be. The one I had before this paid for itself. So this is the area I was in yesterday, and I forgot to plug the jack for the headphones, so I didn't have headphones. It's much more difficult to do this without headphones. But I'm right in front of Hamels here. And I was finding quite a few of these green coins. To give an idea how much traffic this beach gets, there was a guy from the city with a tractor raking up the seaweed here. You can still see a few of his tracks. This is all raked smooth yesterday morning, so 24 hours later it's all covered with footprints. This is a beach that just gets so many people here. You can just pound it and pound it and pound it and pound it, and it'll still kick out coins. The gold rings and gold jewelry are far and few between. I would say every 1 out of 10 times in the summer, maybe. But it's one of those things, you just have to do it, and you never know when it's going to happen. You have to sort of put in the time. It's a nice beach to be at anyway. Get all the people and water and stuff. I'm going to go a little further south here. I try not to get right around people because I feel it's somewhat intrusive. have this strange guy with a machine searching around. So we're just gonna go right along the edge of this sort of bank here, and all the stuff that's washed out. You can see what's washed out. Yesterday, right in here, I was finding coins like crazy. Although one thing about this beach, it changes every day. Sometimes the sand gets washed away and there's all kinds of stuff everywhere. And then other times the sand, everything is buried too deep with sand and you can't find anything. And you never know until you get here. I've seen cuts in this beach that were 6 feet tall and so many lead fishing weights that you couldn't even detect. It would blank the detector because basically there was a carpet of lead weights. I haven't seen that for a long time, but if I ever do, I'm going to bring a shovel and a screen. When you start seeing the lead weights, that means you're starting to get around where the gold is. It's like a coin. I've done this so many times. You get where you can tell what you're finding just by the sound of it. See, that's an old green quarter. They've been here a while. They're getting washed out by the winter waves. Shit out of it, so that one guy doesn't find anything. He'll go somewhere else. Very solid tone, loud tone. And another quarter. Another green one. So here we are, just 20 feet away maybe. Loud, low tone. Not sure what that is. Something pretty shallow. And we just bumped it and it changed the sound. There it is. Another green one. It's a nickel. Mine's low tone, same as gold. This one, on the other hand, brought me lots of luck. So let's look at a little eye candy here. That's kind of a crappy picture, but that's a business card next to a gold pendant that I found in Mexico. It weighed about 1/2 ounce. This is a gold and diamond ring with 7 diamonds in it. And they're nice diamonds too. Lucky 7. These were both found with this detector. It easily paid for itself. This detector never paid for itself, and I proceeded to wreck it. So sometimes you win, and sometimes you don't. I sold that for scrap way back 10-15 years ago. These were both found at least 10 years ago. It's a nice thing to find right there. I couldn't believe that when it popped out. It was in Puerto Vallarta. Paid for the vacation. Anyway, that will conclude this edition